Hi everyone. Sorry, we got the last session, so hopefully you guys still are up. Like, are you looking forward to go home or like? Angkat tangan sikit lah, bagi semangat lah. Apa ni? Okay. Now we got some reaction. Okay, so we're gonna welcome my panel. Like they're all handsome guys. Unfortunately, we don't have girls this time. So we did the same. I moderated the same session for the last year's conference as well. But we had one girl, but today's no girl. But yeah, it's gonna be quite more interesting. So it's gonna be more interesting, I suppose. So I'll let the gentlemen introduce themselves. Desmond, Vincent, and Paul. Like where you're from, your position and stuff.
From this side first? Okay. Hi everyone. I'm Paul Surayot Yamlaor. I actually fly from Thailand, but I'm working for TikTok. If you guys don't know, just go into App Store and Google Play now and download it. TikTok, okay? I'm a head of brand marketing for Southeast Asia, so including Malaysia here as well. So nice to see you guys.
Hi everyone, my name is Vincent. I'm from Unruly. I represent Unruly in Malaysia. So Unruly basically is a data-driven ad platform powered by emotional data. So you can take it from here.
Hi, I'm Desmond. I'm not a friend of Snoop Dogg.
Okay, so
That's it?
Just kidding.
Okay, so to set the foundation start off, right? So maybe you gentlemen can share with all of us, right? For yourself or for the company that you work for, what's the definition of a short video for you guys? And straight away tell us, like in the market or products you guys own, what's the most popular genre for audience in Malaysia or Southeast Asia? Yeah, want to start first, Paul?
All right, so as a TikTok we are a platform, so we are focusing on short video. We are the destination for all the short video platform, and we are diversified for content. So in our platform, we believe that the content is the king, and also we are the platform that you can create short content, one-stop service by our application, by easy-to-use tools. So just use our application, and then you just editing, put background music on, put some effect on. So everything is one-stop service to create your short video platform. Talk about the contents. I think most likely it's variety of contents in terms of Southeast Asia. In Malaysia, I believe that it's most likely focus on the comedy contents. We see a lot of influencer, like if you guys know, like Mark Ode or the food as well. We have the hashtag inside called Penang Foodie, which is a lot of people trying to create a short video platform to present what is good in Penang, something like that as well. So that is some of the content, but actually the content we are very diversified. And in each month there are shifts in different positions. So some month there will be like tourism, some month will be like fashion, something like that.
So comedy and food is quite high in Malaysia.
Recently,
okay.
I have to say.
Right.
Yeah.
So with Unruly, we don't produce content, but we help clients to distribute their ads across sites, premium sites. So when you talk about what we think as a short form kind of video, would generally be 6 seconds. We call it bumper ads. So why are we seeing it emerging right now is because online, how we consume content on online and how we consume ad on TV, let's say, is very different. So on TV, we are trying to grab the attention, but online is about retaining the attention. So what's happening now on online, people are skipping videos. So that is one of the main challenges for video advertising, skipping video. So what these platforms, online platforms will try to do is to come up with a sort of like a buying model, which they call bumper ads, and which is why now every time you go on certain platforms, I wouldn't say what platforms, you'll be...
I can say YouTube.
So you can't skip the first seconds. So which is why a lot of companies and brands, they are producing more and more short videos.
For us, it's 5 minutes. The last 6 years of doing short form is always 5 minutes. And the more we see data from 10 different countries, all kinds of genres, is always 5 minutes. So why this 5 minutes is important to advertisers and brands is, like Vincent said, the attention span of millennials can only last 5 minutes per video or per topic. And the top genres for us is always music and comedy, followed by gaming. So these are the actual top 3 genres on YouTube. So it's quite consistent. Yeah.
And perhaps maybe you guys wanna share why do you think this short form content is becoming very popular in this part of the world versus people watching, like you said, 45 minutes of TV show. What do you think the element that makes this happen? Is it because people don't have time? Is it the content? There's more variety of content. What is that?
I think Vincent already mentioned about the attention span. That is something that we acknowledge that people nowadays has very a lot of attractions. It's overwhelmed of media nowadays. Out of home, YouTube, online, TV, radio, so whatever is too overwhelmed already. So how to grab that attention is something that very challenge for the marketer. Yeah, so you have to make your content worth to watch. So that's why short video things can become the things that we should taking as a consideration now. Yeah. Any idea?
For us, because we are a creator network, we think about our creators first. How can they sustain their content consistency week in and week out, right? If you ask them to do like 20 minutes per video, they're going to run out of ideas and burn out and cannot edit anymore. So 5 minutes is really the limit. And also for advertisers, right, the cost of production and the cost of creative, 5 minutes is still reasonable. In those days, Nick can tell you 30-second TVC costs hundreds of thousands of dollars. 6-second bumper ads. So in between, you have this 3 to 5 minutes. They call it microform. And there's this thing called nanoform. Nanoform is like 30 seconds or 15. So you start to have this nano, micro, and macro and all that. So it all depends on the platform, and it all depends on which audience you're serving.
So maybe good lead to Vincent. So sort of, what are the type of ads format that the clients are really choosing going into now? Like you started talking about bumper, then talked about the micro bit, right? So what are the format that if a creator or if a marketer wants to sort of spend a bit of a budget to sort of invest in video marketing, right? What are the format that's popular?
So when we look at the content, we basically cater to all kinds of brands. So it really depends on their audience sets and the message you're trying to deliver. So if I would ask you, one of you here, to fit all kinds of informations in that 6 seconds, what would you do, right? So it really depends. But what we have been seeing, like the more successful campaigns, they have creatively used a very, I would say, simplified sort of storytelling. So you can't use a conventional on the ways on how you make a TVC and make the same ad on online. So they could use things like what the audience are already familiar with, something which is in trend, so that within the 6 seconds they already can engage with the ad itself. Or they could use the bumper ads as a building block to tell a larger story. So that's what we've been seeing so far.
So in terms of which platform they should spend their investment in, how would you advise a marketer will have to do that? Whether you spend on TikTok, whether you do it on Facebook or YouTube or whichever platform?
Well, I will say who their target audience are. So if it's a younger crowd, maybe you should go to TikTok, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
So for someone who is interested into entertainment and music, maybe, WebTV.
Yeah, so it is probably linked to the next question, right? So for Paul, how are you guys different from your other peers in the same category? I mean, who they are, the Snapchat, Insta Story. How is TikTok different?
Actually, we not compare ourselves with other social media because, as I told, we are 15-second short video platform, and we are now focusing on content creators. So we believe that Generation Y and C nowadays, which is our target user, or they like to express themselves in different stereotypes from their personality and their interests. So we would like to bold our easy to use tools that you can create your 15 seconds of your life through our application, like editing, shooting, make a story, lip sync, dancing. So that is all about like our tools that we are strongly about, and then we believe that we can attract those generation Y and Z to create the content.
You want to add anything to that?
You know what's amazing about TikTok, because our creators and talent, a lot of them have been on YouTube and Facebook for a long time. When TikTok came along, right, it totally disrupted the world market. I'm sure we all know. They became the #1 most downloaded
promotion
app
for TikTok
last year.
Yes.
So what I'm saying is creators also move towards automated content creation. If you are a platform that offers video creation tools, right, that make it so easy to shoot, so easy to edit, so easy to add effects and music, right, then content creators would move there. So even Facebook and YouTube now have to offer tools just to compete, you know, like, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, some start already. So not to be like, mostly creator have to go through like those Adobe Premiere Pro or those stuff, right? And it takes like whole day to create a story. So this is just simple tools that you can make it. So it's why not, right? Yeah.
Maybe Vincent, so in terms of brand spending on short video or advertising online, right, what are the top category of genre of products that are actually spending budget on online
So
video?
we're talking about dollars and cents here
Dollar
now.
and cents, yeah.
So which, if you look at FMCG, brands who cater to mass audience, so obviously cost is something they look at. And when they look at, I think you mentioned earlier, to produce a long format, it costs a lot more than a 6-second bumper ad. So obviously they're creating more shorter and shorter videos. But having said that, during festive seasons, that's a time where audiences are more receptive to watch really long videos, right? People are waiting for Raya, waiting for CNY to watch that really emotional, kind of sad kind of story and inspiring story. You could see some coming up soon for our National Day to feel a bit of pride about it. Yeah. So when it comes to budgeting, shorter video, you can reach out to more people. So yeah, in short.
Okay. Maybe talked about trends that everyone can pick up in creating content, right? So maybe between TikTok and Web TV, right? Maybe you guys can share like some effective trends that they can pick it up when they create content for the product or for the companies or for even individual. What are some of the tips that we want to share?
So I'm talking about the Malaysian context, right? You'll notice on YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook, there are a lot of English and Chinese-driven original content. And we have been trying very hard to create the Malay creator ecosystem because in terms of mass market, that's the biggest, right? But there is a lack of good, consistent Malay language content. And we find the trends coming where vlog is definitely one of the biggest trends that's come out of the digital market, digital video space. And this is something that you can easily do. Number 2 is lifestyle. If you can find families or couples who do things together and shoot, right, that is actually very popular. Our #1 channel in Indonesia is called Bame and Paula. They have 5 million subscribers. All they do every day is, they're actually celebrities, but now they become super celebrities because of digital. They do lifestyle, they do vlogs, they travel. This is definitely going to be the main genre driving short form video, because music and comedy will take a lot of time and writing and all that, but yeah.
So I think agree with you as well that something that localized will be more engaging with people in the local, like in Thailand, in Malaysia, when we do like those technology, like you know facial recognitions. In Malaysia, we have National Day, so once you record, they have like a little flag of Malaysian flag on your cheek. Thailand, we do like Songkran festival. You throw the water. You use some feature on us, so that is more like engaging. So probably from the TikTok side, we are such a platform, right? So we focus on most likely the trends thing that people to do is on technologies, those AR, augmented reality, or this technology that say Yeah, that is a few things that can mention. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe before I move to some of my questions, let's go to some of the questions from the floor. Let's start with the top one. What are the challenges that you face when it's coming up with video for clients that have effective storytelling within 5 minutes or less? Yeah, so I think this is a question probably for Vincent. Maybe how is it? To do a 5 minutes question, 5 minutes video, what is the most important bits of that for a client?
Well, I mean,
I spoke about it just now, right?
I mean, this is an ad or a content?
I suppose it's for. Who has the question?
Two things.
I mean, it could be branded content or it could be an ad. No?
Yeah.
Well, then obviously the question is about people not dropping off. People who are trying to get them engaged all the way to the end of the video. That is the main challenge. Right. So there's a lot of ways on how we do it. So at Unruly, we have been studying videos for the last 13 years. So what kind of videos resonates with the audiences? What kind of age group? What kind of target audience? What kind of emotions will be evoked when they watch certain videos? Like for instance, mums in Malaysia, they are more likely to feel warm happiness, inspiration. Whereas dads, we react more intensely towards things which are exhilarating and sometimes arousal as well. In Singapore, one of the key emotions, it's very hard to get much from Singaporeans, right? So one of the key
no Singaporean here.
Only Singaporeans here. So 8% of the videos we've tested in Singapore, 8% of the viewers will feel confused when. We don't know why. Yeah.
Okay.
So with a 5 minuter, what we can do is actually test the video for the client and then find out which scenes are the most engaging for them. And if they want to improve the completion rate of the video, skip out those scenes that are not relevant to them, because that's one of the challenges.
So do the test, right?
Yeah. So on TikTok platform, can a creator see all these statistics on like where people are dropping off?
You mean see the view or see
see
the
the viewing
background?
time, yeah.
We developing that, but currently it starts in Southeast Asia. It's not yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's coming, right?
It's coming.
Okay. How do you tips on how to produce video with high retention? So, man, it's like question. Yeah, this is gold mine. If you can do this, you'll be.
People ask me how to do viral video. Yeah. First, you have to be the virus lah. So, no, I mean seriously, what Vincent and Paul say is true. How do you retain audience attention? Right, is the first 5 seconds of your video is what keeps people there or immediately skip and move on to the next video, right? So your first 5 seconds must be able to say, hey, there is a button I'm pressing there. Is it taboo? Is it spectacular? Is it exciting? Is it emotional? It's always the first 5 seconds. Of course, if you're on YouTube or all the video platforms, there's this thing called the thumbnail. So sometimes they do the clickbait stuff. You see a girl and something, but actually not about the girl. Then you say, "Ayah, crap! I wasted 6 seconds of my life."
Time, right?
So people will teach you to use clickbait, but it will never work again, right? So
maybe Paul, on that high retention, right? At TikTok, how do you measure high retention? Is it viewing time, or is it you interact, commenting?
We have algorithm that study what is people interest. So most likely, our machine learning will know what content that most viewing at that day. So it's going to generate those content when you open the applications. Yeah.
Okay, on other platforms, have you guys seen how they what brings up the video a lot more? Like I think you work
so
with
organic view will never happen by itself, right? Like 0 to 1,000 or 1 million, you always have to buy. You always have to boost. That is what the platforms ask you to do lah. You upload something great, but you still must boost 1,000 views, 10,000 views before it starts rolling, snowballing. So my advice is always allocate a little bit of media budget, not completely dependent on pure organic.
So a question for TikTok. What kind of famous TikTok that famous content that Malaysian likes to view? I think you mentioned, right?
I think comedy.
Just
I
comedy,
think
food,
and actually travel.
Sorry?
Yeah, travel.
Travel. Oh, travel. Okay, so we got to travel a lot. Yeah. Next one. So for startup and SME with tight budget, is there free footages that they can use online to make their content a bit more interesting on social media?
Have you all seen the bottle cap challenge on Instagram? You know what is it? The bottle cap, then you kick, then the bottle come out on.
Or the creative one.
You know,
it's
the
also
one,
on TikTok.
you know, every celebrity do.
Yeah.
So try to write on what we call guerrilla marketing. I think Nick also have one bottle cap challenge. You can go to his Instagram.
Later on, we talk about that one.
Okay. so with limited budget, create your own content. If you want to use talent, use the micro influencers, the ones with 5,000, 3,000, get a few to start. And then be consistent in updating your audience with whatever content that you can do, whether it's video, write-up, or pictures. It's a way to start out for startups. Maybe other ways?
Or something just like normal gesture that's very popular inside our application as well. Like if you know Count on Me, that you use your hands up and then you shin down. That's also came from our platform as well. So something that's maybe just have a little message that can tell that it's quite cute or it's kind of lover or something like that, and it can be going viral as well. Yeah, that's what I think.
Maybe also one of the interesting question that I just came up with is if a brand wanted to use an influencer, right? How would we make sure that influencer is legit or is going to deliver your KPI? Because it's all about the person who's in the video, right?
There's a big issue hoo-ha recently about influencer fraud. So what it means is I buy followers. How can Instagram account has 500,000 followers but the likes is only 1,000? So you know there's possible fraud there. So what the platforms are doing now is cleaning up. Every platform is trying to clean up. I don't know how they do it, bots or click farms and all those things. So it can happen one, Nick.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think mostly focus on the content. Yeah. If they are very creative or they can bold your brand key message, I think it's already answered. So the
consistency of the image of the creator.
Yes, the consistency of the post as well.
Okay, it's a lot of questions for TikTok, so I'll probably pick one more, then we'll go to the rest of the questions. So, okay, is there a case study that you can share, Paul, of successful brand using your platform to promote the campaign?
Because TikTok has a very gigantic background music, right? So we have a lot of artists that promoting their songs inside our application. We have successful case that we launched globally from DJ called. It's a song called One World, yeah, from Alan Walker, yes, yeah, and then they do the CSR project, which is like if you do something good to this society and using this music to be a background music for this challenge, then you will be our One World, something like that. So a lot of people joining this challenge. In Malaysia, we reached to 7 million of the hashtag challenge view, and then the submission has a high number as well. Yeah.
Okay. A bit of question on client side. I'm gonna ask off cuff now. For Vincent, what are the measurement that the client are looking for when they are spending their dollar and cent on any of the social media or for a KOL? What are the usual measurements?
So the key metrics that they look at usually is efficiency of the buy versus effectiveness of the campaign. So when we talk about efficiency on a video, it's all about how many people you can reach out to with a video, number one. Number two would be the video completion rate. So how many out of the 100 people, how many have completed the video of your 6 seconds or your 10 seconds? So when you talk about effectiveness of the video, what kind of impact does it deliver? You know, does it drive brand love? Does it drive brand visibility? Does it increase the purchase intent of the viewers after watching an ad? So these are some of the things they look at.
Okay. You guys want to pick one more from there? All question for Paul. Otherwise, you won't go back to Thailand.
For TikTok in Malaysia, can we post a video longer than 15 seconds? If you are influencer and if you have certain numbers of followers, yes, we can extend you to 60 seconds. Yeah,
60
60 seconds, yes. Or if you are official account or you are a brand that partnership with us, of course, we will verify you as an official account and extend the second for 60. Yeah.
60 seconds on the
Yeah.
side. Okay. Okay, maybe last question from me, right? I've got it in my script. So we talked about what you can do, right? Can you tell everyone here what not to do, right? Like, don't do this because it's gonna fail badly on. I mean, from experience you guys have. So what not to do, right? Maybe start from Paul.
Well, as a platform, we encourage everyone to do everything, but we have a measure to measure what is sensitive content inside, like a parental control, or we use the machine learning to see which content is affect the legal law or something like that. And also we have a moderation team as well that looks through your content 24 hours, 7 days, see if any content that related to sensitive issues, so we can got the restrict mode, something like that. So that is a part of our censoring. Yep.
So you can do everything except for this.
Yeah, you can do everything. we like to push your interest to the max, but yeah, everything that illegal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Got it.
But everything illegal.
So, from a marketer's point of view, so we have done a lot of studies on videos, right, as mentioned earlier. So some of the key things are quite surprising on what not to do when you are developing an ad. So especially if you want to minimize the skip rate. So the first one is don't start your ad happy. So it's quite surprising. So imagine if I'm working like on a full day, you know, yesterday I had OT and then suddenly I see an ad, this girl looks so happy in the beach area, you know. So it's malicious envy. So it's proven in our tests that it actually increases the skip rates. So the second one would be to start off with your brand logo at the first second. So try to avoid doing that so you get a lot of skips as well. Last but not least would be start a video with a lot of movement, fast movement, intense movement. Yeah, these are some of the key things not to do.
So don't start happy, no logo, and a lot of movement.
Yep.
Ah, okay, right. So you got tips, you can make successful video after this.
For me, as content creators, you should think about you always have to be authentic. Never be who you are not meant to be, right? So a lot of marketers and brands ask the creators or the channels to portray themselves away from their natural identity or natural self. So that will immediately do one thing, distort the image of that creator in front of his normal, regular followers and fans. They say, hey, how come he become like that? He's not supposed to be like that. I'm not used to seeing him like that. Then suddenly there's this disconnect. Number two is, like I showed in my previous case study, is never overexpose your brand. If you have a 5-minute video, your brand shouldn't show for 2.5 minutes.
But I'm paying for it.
Yeah, exactly, right? So, Oppo paid $1 million for 2 seconds, but it's a 5-minute video. But it creates this perception, right, that it's not an Oppo-driven commercial. It's just a fun to watch video, music video, that so happened to embed subtly a brand. So 2 things not to do. Be authentic. I mean, you cannot be not authentic or not real. And number 2, don't be overexposed.
All right. I think that wraps up our panel. Thank you, gentlemen, for giving everyone the tips. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again to Nicholas, Desmond, Vincent, and Paul. Let's have another round of applause for them, please. Thank you so much, guys.